Well, you think the CSA crowd ain't jacked for this matchup, as it's the return of ladies tag team action as Amber O'Neal reunites with old friend and former Mid-Atlantic television champion herself, GeeStar, to go up against Krissy Vaine and Venus.
Now, the first thing we want you to realize, especially those of you who don't watch CWF Mid-Atlantic regularly, you're not going to see a young lady get her clothes ripped off during this match. You're going to see these four young ladies competing in athletic competition.
We get started here. We do want to wish Krissy Vaine well as she is wrestling her final professional wrestling contest. She's entering into the entertainment category. She has been signed a contract by that one promotion that doesn't put on wrestling matches.
That's right. Amber O'Neal got the crowd fired up. GeeStar on the outside, and this one's underway.
Amber O'Neal, Krissy Vaine, old foes. Boy, there's a lot of history here. Amber O'Neal blown out her leg all those years ago in a match against Krissy Vaine. Had reconstructive knee surgery. Krissy Vaine wrestled her first professional match against Amber O'Neal. So there's a lot of history and hostility between these two.
That's right, and Amber's using the textbook, beautiful arm drags, got her down, control of the match. Got her by the shoulder, tags in GeeStar.
And of course, all four of these individuals have met before.
Krissy Vaine first come into the business as a valet.
Yeah, of course, she was alongside who is now the Mid-Atlantic heavyweight champion, Slick Diddy, Ric Converse. She parted ways with him, went on her own, began traveling around this great sport.
That's right, and she's got GeeStar backed up in the corner right now. GeeStar gets the break, and Venus gets the tag, makes her way in for her first time in this bout.
Venus ringing the arm on GeeStar, and as much hostility as there is between Amber and Krissy, I think there's just as much between G and Venus, because G actually brought Venus in to CWF Mid-Atlantic a couple of years ago, and that good gesture was met with a shot right across the face.
Yeah, she turned on her and surprised everyone, including GeeStar, right in the center of the ring at the end of the show one evening. And I tell you what, GeeStar needs to get it back into her corner. I mean, it's not like she's being beautiful. Well, I think she's got control. I'll shut up now and let you talk.
No, G does have control of it right now, trying to keep Venus down, which is no easy task. Of course, Venus training up at Ohio Valley Wrestling right now.
That's right, Amber O'Neal, the legal lady, in. She comes in, drives a boot right across the arm of Venus. Venus down on her back. Amber picks her up with a little bit of helping hand of hair, which is not totally unusual in ladies' bouts these days.
Yeah, I think Amber and G, to say the least, have a slightly more tag team continuity. As you know, way back, you know, when CWF was first formed, this was the two women that were the foundation of CWF women's wrestling.
Yeah, that's right. As a matter of fact, Amber O'Neal, then known as Amber Holly, became the first FWA, Frontier Wrestling Association, Women's World Champion.
Yeah, and of course GeeStar, you know, kind of saw the light way back in 2002, and ever since then, those two have really been inseparable in and out of the ring as the best of friends.
That's right. Krissy Vaine makes her way back in as a legal lady, and she's got Amber backed into the corner, a big chop across the chest.
And Amber drives the shoulder block down, taking Krissy down. Thunderous clothesline does the same.
That's right. Amber O'Neal looks like she's got control of the match. She's going to back Krissy into the corner.
Yeah, every single offensive opportunity Krissy and Venus seem to get, the tide is quickly turned by Amber and G. Hesses her takedown there by Amber.
That's right. Amber's got control of the situation. Krissy's backing into the corner, begging off. Amber's making sure she's not being rushed in on. Shoots her off into the far corner.
Boy, can you tell which two ladies actually wrestle in the Mid-Atlantic and which two spend a lot of time up north, or what?
And I tell you what, Krissy Vaine's getting treated like a rag doll. Saved by Venus, pulls her out of the corner.
Yeah, saved by Venus, and they needed that because their world was getting rocked by Amber and G so far in this one.
And I tell you what, Amber O'Neal's down. She just took a kick across the back of the shoulder. Can do a lot of damage to the arm. But I tell you, look right back into it. Krissy Vaine has gone back to the hair.
Amber is still trying to fire back with everything she's got.
Amber O'Neal needs to get over the corner, make the tag to GeeStar. Krissy Vaine doing the smart thing, even though she's keeping it in the center of the ring.
What
a
snap suplex! Very impressive. I dare liken it to the days of Dynamite Kid, but that was one of the prettiest snap suplexes I've seen in a long, long time.
Yeah, that was one you could classify as sudden.
Krissy Vaine is trying to keep Amber down, multiple 2 counts there, but not able to get the 3. Hair takedown, viciously aggressive by Krissy Vaine.
Yeah, Krissy Vaine's got the knee drove straight into the spine of O'Neal at this point, and she's going to keep on working her over. I mean, the mouth is moving constantly. What is with her?
Yeah, Krissy Vaine just taking Amber down constantly with those hair snaps. Venus now climbing to the top rope, measuring Amber O'Neal and coming down with some form of axe handle on the top of the cranium there.
That's right. Venus, the legal person in, she's cutting Amber off and getting over to her corner. I mean, Amber knows which corner she needs to get to. She's still got that much about her. She knows where to go. Beautiful. Venus trying to take the arm apart of Amber O'Neal.
Very true, but of course anyone that knows the history of Amber O'Neal, her opponents actually will generally focus on the leg more so than the arm because of that reconstructive knee surgery.
You know, sometimes, and I'm not for sure about Amber, but sometimes a knee may actually be more flexible and stronger after the surgery today than it was 10 or 15 years ago. So sometimes that's not the best way to go.
You do have an excellent point there, Randolph, which could have something to do with Venus's game plan, because it is obvious that she is going to town on that left arm right now with that overhand hammerlock.
And I tell you what, look, the fight is still in Amber. Amber's trying to fight her way out of the situation, trying to get back over to her corner, but we had another takedown by the hair.
Venus staying right on top of Amber O'Neal, who is now in need to make the tag to GeeStar. Making the tag, though, back to Krissy Vaine, as finally that team able to get some double team action in.
That's right, they back her into the ropes. O'Neal comes off, double clothesline across the midsection.
Another cover by Krissy Vaine. He's been going for multiple covers in this contest, but still not able to get more than a 2.
That's right, she's going to climb on her back, and watch this, she's going to pull the arms back. Working on the arms and shoulder. I mean, at least they are working as a tag team in this.
Now, this maneuver, the camel clutch, actually puts more pressure on the lower back than the arm, but she's just yanking on that hair. Amber, though, driving her back on top, an inverted cover, and almost got her.
That's right. You see Venus's boot coming to the picture there. She come back in and try to make sure that there wasn't a pinfall attempt there by O'Neal. GeeStar's in now. Referee Charles Richardson's trying to make her leave the ring while we've got 2-on-1 on O'Neal in the opposite corner.
Yeah, G had had enough. She couldn't take any more. Watching there on the ring apron as the double team action continues. Now Venus beckoning no one home for the elbow.
That's right. Amber O'Neal is heading towards her corner, takes the boot across the middle of the back. But like I said, at least she knows where she needs to be. She's trying to get in that direction.
Scoop slam there by Venus. Amber ducks from behind, makes it the tag to G. Venus in the corner. G ducks underneath the clothesline, rings the arm of Venus. One for Krissy Vaine as well. Big clothesline on Venus.
Oh my goodness. Clothesline on Krissy Vaine. GeeStar, fist of fire. She's taking them both on into the ropes. Up and over. She's going to lift her up. Oh my goodness. Sidewalk slam.
Hooks the leg tight, making the cover, but Krissy Vaine right there to yank G off.
Yeah, Krissy Vaine was still in the ring. The referee hadn't removed her from the ring. O'Neal comes over to make sure she is removed. Venus turns her wrath back on O'Neal. And wait a minute, isn't GeeStar the legal person?
The two ladies that are legal in this ring are GeeStar and Venus, but Venus is paying more attention to the illegal individual in Amber O'Neal with her up on the top rope. Turns around, G has her up, measuring her for Amber, big body slam.
That's right. Oh my goodness.
Amber driving the flying elbow in off the second rope. Now G off the ropes. Big splash, crushing Venus, making the cover, hooks it tight, spear by Amber, and just like that, the ladies of the Mid-Atlantic dominate the OVW and the Big E in the sky.
Ladies and gentlemen, your winners in 8 minutes, 3 seconds. Amber O'Neal and GeeStar.